안녕하세요, dolallycrafts Karen입니다. Hi, this is Karen and welcome to another card making tutorial at dolallycrafts. We're not actually making a card today, we're making another table favour. I'm using the Heartwarming Hugs DSP pack. These are 12 by 12 sheets, so out of one sheet of DSP you can get 4 table favours because you're only using a 6 by 6 piece. Any scraps that you may have lying around that you can punch or die cut some little flowers in. I'm using the 2 smallest of the poinsettia dies, and I'm also using just the ho out of the Perfectly Plaid stamp set. You can use whatever stamp set that you've got and whatever flowers. I just love the little poinsettia ones. I think they look really nice on this project. I'll show you what the finished project looks like. It's really cute, and I don't know whether the camera picking it up. Yes, I coated the poinsettias in Wink of Stella so they really gleam. Okay, let's get on with it. It's really simple to make. All you'll need is the granny apple green, which is the green in this paper pack, or there is a darker green, which is Mossy Meadow, but I'm not a fan of Mossy Meadow, so I decided to go with granny apple green and the real red. Okay, so I'll just pop those out the way because we don't need those at the moment. The scraps I'm using for the flowers are actually cherry cobbler, but that's fine. Once it's got the Wink of Stella on, it looks really gleaming anyway, and it'll brighten it up. Okay, I'll just get my my dimensions out. So we've got our 6 by 6 piece of cardstock, DSP. The first score mark is at 1/4 inch, so I'm using this side of the track to measure to the 1/4 inch there. Move my cutting blade out the way, I don't want to have a nasty accident there. So we're going to score it the first time at 1/4 inch, then move it down to 1¼ inches, then flip it round at 180 degrees and then move it up to 3 1/8 of an inch and score, and then move it to 4 1/8 of an inch and score again. Then turn it 90 degrees and score it at 1 inch, which I'm using at that side, and flip it around another 180 and score it again at 1 inch. Don't worry about all of the measurement or all of these score marks. You'll be able to find them on my blog. Okay, they're not really easy to see on the DSP, but this is the 1/4 inch side, and this is where it's going to become like, this is where we're going to put the Stampin seal to make it into a box. So what I want to do is come in, and I'm just wedging into the rectangle that's there, and then coming up on that first score and trimming that piece off, and the same at this end. So there we go. Get rid of those. Now this is going to be the back of the box when it's all put together. So what we need to do is come to the far side from the connecting tab and come straight up that score line, or cut straight down the score line to that first score mark. I'm going to take the small scissors off. I'm going to come in with my big scissors, and I'm going to go straight along the score line all the way along to that last score line that we've just cut, and take that whole piece off. So that's what you're left with. You've got the little piece in here, little piece here, and then this piece. Now when I was putting this box together, I forgot to do my corner rounding, so I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to slide our paper in, punch, fold that over, slide it in again all the way up, punch, and that is our corner rounding done. Now in with our bone folder. I don't really need the bone folder for this, but I'm going to use one anyway. You could just do it with your fingers because it is DSP, so it is paper, it does fold a lot easier. And that's that last one. And then along the bottom here, like so, and then just that top one, and there. That's the flap that's going to come over. Okay, so we'll come back to the bottom of the box and we're going to cut up each of these score marks. Now I can't really see them. Put my glasses on and I don't think, still can't really see them, but you come up the score line to that first score mark. So up the vertical score line to the first horizontal one, and that's all of our tabs cut. What I might do is just wedge them slightly, and you're wedging just the squares, not the rectangles. Okay, get rid of all of those pieces. So that's what our what it looks like now. I'll just pop that underneath so you can see the bottom there. Okay, move that to the side, in with my silicone mat, because when I go down the end here with my seal, it's going, actually what I might do is coming in with my tear and tape, because it's only just over 1/4 inch wide, and now that I've got my glasses on I can actually see that edge score line. Flip this over and I'm just going to trim this top piece like so. I'm not worried about the overhang on the rest of it. I'm going to peel back off, and this piece that's hanging over, I'm just going to fold that back on itself like so. Peel the rest of that off, and the overhang I'm just folding back so we won't have any sticky bits on the inside and none hanging over. Okay, fold that flap in and then bring this one over, line it up, and there we go, straight down. Okay, so this is our box almost finished. I'm going to fold those two flaps in. This is the back, so I'm going to put my Stampin' seal on the back like so. Fold that over and make sure it's square on both ends, and then just bring in our front piece, and there we go, there's our box. Now this front bit, just push the two sides in with your fingers and just press that together, and then that will come over the top. Now there's no faffing around inside the box. What I'm going to do is come in with my hole punch. Now you've seen me use this one before. It's a larger hole punch, but if you've just got a normal paper punch you can use that as well. So I'm just going to slide that in about midway. Make sure it's fairly even on either side and punch. So yeah, now we've got a hole that goes the whole way through. Strange, I know, but it will work. What I'm going to do is come in with our sheer red satin ribbon, I think it is. Yeah, sheer ribbon, and it's in real red, I'm suspecting. Now I've got to push it through from the front. I just had to think then. So you push it through from the front, and then you bring it round and flip it over as you do, so that it comes out and sits fairly straight like so. I'm just going to trim this piece off, and that's the ribbon. The ribbon spool can go aside. This top bit, put it back under that ribbon, and then pull both of the ribbons through so that they're fairly tight. You can then just tie a bow as you normally would. And as you can see, that has tied quite nicely and it keeps the lid closed. And because it's sheer ribbon, it holds the knot. So I think this is going to come in upside down because of the way I'm tying it, but let's hope not. Okay. Whenever you're trying to tighten the bow, remember to keep your thumb or your finger just on the knot, because then the knot won't loosen as you're pulling the tails and the bow itself. Okay, so I'm just going to re-snip that. And the same on this side. There we go. So there's our bow. Of course, you'd have put your little gifts inside before you do that. Yes, I know it sounds silly to say that, but I have done it before myself where I've stuffed up. Okay, now we're going to come in with our inks. Open both of them up. Now, I haven't got any moisture at all in my Simply chamois at the moment, so I'm just going to use a nappy wipe. I don't advise it, but in a pinch they come in handy. Okay, in with our ho ho ho, and you're not going to ink up all of the hose, just the one, and then stamp it down, and then once again ink it. No, that one didn't turn out well. We'll do it from this one. I didn't ink up all of the O. So stamp it, come back in with the Granny Apple Green again and stamp it again. That turned out a lot better. I'm just going to clean that off and then come in with the Real Red, ink that up and just stamp that off center on there, so that it gives it a bit of quirkiness. So close my inks, because you know me, if I'm going to stick my finger in it, I'll do it really well. Okay, back in with my Stampin' Tremor. I'm actually using my mini guillotine, and I'm simply going to cut straight down there and then straight down there. That's all you need to do. It's a very easy label. Then come in with my bone folder, and I'm just going to curve each of the petals downwards on these little poinsettias, like so. Now, I have this little mat that's a lot easier to bring in and out of screen. However, Stampin' Up! They were going to retire their Stampin' mat, but all of the demos said, no, we need it. So they have kept it. I'm just using this one, but if you don't have a little foam mat that you can use, we do have them available at Stampin' Up! So down below in the description panel, hop on over to my shop and you can purchase your own Stampin' foam mat. Okay, so I've just, while I've been nattering, just press the centre of each of those poinsettias in, and now I'm going to come in with my glue dots, and I'm going to pop a glue dot just in the centre of two of them, and that one, and then come in and offset like so. Bring that one in, offset, and there we go. Now flip both of them over and come in with my dimensionals. Pop this upside down and 3 dimensionals on this one. Actually 2 is enough if I can get them off my finger. Okay, bring the box in. Pop down the ho-ho-ho down in the corner here. Try and keep the edges symmetrical. And then the backing off our poinsettias. One at the top. And just one a bit further down like so. And then in with the larger of the pearls, and just pop one of those in the center of the poinsettias like so. And then to finish it off, in with the Wink of Stella and just paint over each of the leaves or the petals on the poinsettia. You could do this before you put it together, but I just wanted to make sure that the gems would still adhere fully without having to adhere to the glitter as well. That's why I painted it after putting the flowers together. Especially with the pearls, I don't know that the pearls will adhere as well. There we go. Okay, I think using the real red is better than using the cherry cobbler. It looks a bit too dark on there, but there you go. Okay, if you would like to purchase anything I've used in today's video, you know where to go, down below to the shop link. And that's it from me. I will see you tomorrow with another project. Annyeong, bye.